This was one of the most arduous.
Oh, wow.
Weeding down. Dude, I am not confident in my 5 at all because I don't know how many you guys have. I have, outside of my 5, I have 1, 2, or 7, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay.
I have 18.
Wow. Yeah, 18. I only had 10.
Extra?
18 extra.
Yeah, I've got 12 extra. There's a certain point where I was just like, man, if it doesn't come to me, I'm just not even going to overthink it.
There's so many that are actually planes taking off. And I said, you know what? That's not fun. That's not exciting.
Yeah, there was a couple where I was like, oh yeah. And then when I finally thought about what it was, I was like, yes, that was the plot liftoff, but that's not worth mentioning.
There are a couple where I was like, I know I had a different plot liftoff, but I'm changing it to this.
Yes, there was at least 2 or 3.
No way.
There was at least 2 or 3 where I looked at the movie, thought about the plot, thought about what the plot liftoff was, went to my notes, had something different written down.
Yeah. It was also really difficult for me to search my notes.
You don't say.
For plot, because I don't. Well, first of all, half the movies
what
you didn't have
you
notes
gotta flip through that notebook or what? I don't understand.
But Zach, I'm
this
curious.
notebook that's gonna be worth a lot of money someday. That one,
a lot of money. How early were either of you guys using the term plot liftoff in your notes?
So I brought it back.
In the notes. That was the tough thing to find. Like, it's not an easy search function.
I know when I brought it back
for some reason.
It's funny. I'm spoiler alert. By the time I started using the term plot liftoff, none of those ones are going to make my top 5.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But I brought it back for the Ice Road episode. That was the first, which is not on my list. It's not on my top 5. It's not on my OOLIs.
What was the first time you used the music?
Ooh, first time I used the music. That's a good question.
It's a Cinephobe question.
Real quick. That is a Cinephobe question.
Or a glossary question. I don't know.
Or both. First time I used the song was Accepted.
Wow.
Wow, man. I looked at that one.
What's crazy is I won't remember that either. There's not a chance. I forget we did Accepted.
Oh, shit. No, you don't. You look like Carly Simon.
Well, whenever you remind me, that's the first thing I think of. That might be plot liftoff. I don't know why.
Him in that suit.
It's the biggest fucking suit I've ever seen. You could fit 3 Steve Harvey suits in there. Like, it's insane. Just insane. God. Like, I know he was big, but come on, man. You can't do him like that.
It's the long ass man.
Yeah, the feather does it. Oh my God.
By the way, do we do extended cold opens for this one that end up on the Patreon, or no? Is that just a...
I don't think so. Nah, whatever length the cold open is ends up in the episode.
All right.
Make it long, make it short, whatever you want.
You have more? Do you have more?
No,
this is my favorite. This is Amin questioning whether this cold open
is long enough. 2 very different styles for like starting an episode, right? If it's a regular Cinephobe, I wait for a little break. Every once in a while it gets disrupted, but I feel like, and Amin's just like, guys, you think maybe we can start that? Do you think I should start the episode now? Should I do the intro? Should I do the intro?
Sorry for being...
Just stick it in.
Just stick it in, man. Just fuck already.
Integrity.
Just fuck already.
Some of you guys don't have integrity. You just go, you stick your dick wherever. I say, ma'am, is it all right? Are you ready? I get consent. I don't know.
You had 0 babs on the Driven episode. You had about 52 bitches and hoes. Yeah. So I don't know about 52
that. bitches and hoes in the movie. I didn't make it.
One for every week of the year.
I feel like
one can dream. Welcome to
Harem Nights.
This idea is just straight up bad. That algorithm is busted. It's among the worst ideas I've ever heard.
Top 5 easily.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of broke this evening, y'all. So all I got is five.
Welcome to Cinephobe Top 5, aka CT5. That's right, that's the podcast where we say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who has the best top 5 of them all? And usually it's me, by the way. Gonna throw that out there.
Not even close.
I did actually finally win a poll on Spotify, but
I'm sick of these polls, man.
it's been too long.
It's
been a while.
Does Derek know?
I'm not sick of that poll. I'm just sick of the other polls.
All right, so if you listen to Cinephobe, you love Cinephobe, you're often wondering, I wonder what they think the greatest this is that of the series has ever been. Well, this is the episode, or this is the podcast where we do that. We rank different elements from across the Cinephobe universe and see what our top 5s are, including 2 outside looking in categories, or as we like to call them, OLI. And so this week, we're doing CT5, a relatively newcomer as far as a category in Cinephobe history, Plot Liftoff.
Mm-hmm.
Plot Liftoff. If you heard in the cold open, May said the first time Plot Liftoff was applied was during the Accepted episode.
Well, that's not exactly the first time he used the music.
The music.
Right.
Oh, what was the first mention?
Well, Maze played it while you were late. Maze played it for me, so I know.
Sorry for having a job.
I also have jobs.
Yeah, you got jobs that
hand jobs.
Let you do whatever. I don't.
No, I got to follow very strict rules.
Well, it's exactly that. It's a 3-tiered rollout for the Plot Liftoff. So it was actually very, very early in the podcast.
Yeah, can you guess the first mention of Plot Liftoff in Cinephobe history?
Now you say very, very early. I'm going to say Mr. Magoo.
Even earlier than that?
That would be you not knowing the right answer.
Shit.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
So it's next.
Yeah, exactly. Wicker Man.
And we'll play the clip later on because it will come up. But then it came back in the Ice Road episode.
Ice Road was before Accepted?
Yes. A good 15 years or something like that.
Wow.
And then it took 15 years for us to throw the term around again and decide that, you know what, we're going to make this a regular occurrence. It got a theme song, got the whole thing.
Do you have the sound? Can you play the sound right now?
Why do you do this to me?
While you're loading that up, let me say this. Just came to me. A good question format for Cineprity. Chronological order of 4 random episodes.
Oh my God.
But when we play Cineprity, we always Cineparty, as I like to call it. Aren't we allowed to use a spreadsheet? That's the whole point, like as a cheat sheet. To
Oh
just
yeah, I guess that would have to be something where like you got to
blind.
It
would have to be
or something.
Yeah. Well,
put a blindfold on.
Yeah.
But in the Ice Road, it was when he gets a emergency alert on his phone, and it doesn't say anything. It just says contact Jay Goldenrod.
It wasn't when those guys called Gertie a bingo. Thank you for your service, Gertie. By the way,
I thought it was the first time Gertie spoke in the hospital.
Oh.
We were like, wait a second, what's happening here?
Well, there you go. There's the other wrinkle is that everybody has their own Plot Liftoff, so that should make it even more interesting.
All right. So as I said, we always have our CT5, our top 5. But before we get to top 5s, we have 2 outside looking ins. What's the order? The order is going to be me first. Isn't that what?
Yep.
Me first, May second, and then Zach, the dishonest podcaster, bringing up
it says
the
honest
rear.
podcaster. Maybe get some glasses.
I know. I said dishonest podcaster. I'm pointing to you as a dishonest podcaster. Not that one. This one. Dishonest.
Got to fix more racism, I guess.
Jesus. All right.
Well, I do.
I know that this is probably against the rules, but no, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that one. My first outside looking in, my first OLI.
What rules?
What
rules?
rules?
Are you talking about?
Well, you'll see. You'll see. My first OLI is the Heartbreak Kid, the car ride to Mexico.
Yeah, I got through my list and I thought back and I was like,
one.
what's the jump off? Because
it's easily that. It's him driving, and at first they're having fun. They're playing music.
It's when she's doing the trumpet, right?
She's doing the trumpet for a guitar. Like it's something that's clearly not a trumpet. And he's looking over, and he's kind of like, he's starting to realize something is amiss there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Does he not give up, though, until he meets Michelle Monaghan's character?
No, he's
realizing he made a huge mistake. I'm with you
and
on
that's
that.
and that's kind of the point of it, right? It's not
And then
necessarily getting to her. It's
because he Joe
mistake.
Bluthed. Now he's looking for a way out,
Right.
Yes.
and she just happens to be that way out.
Because let me present a scenario. Let's say that he never meets Michelle Monaghan's character. That marriage wasn't going to last beyond the honeymoon. Like that experience, he would have broken up with her.
I don't think he has the balls though to break it off. I think he did need that.
He needed
someone to like help galvanize that.
He needed someone to lie.
Yeah.
To motivate him to lie.
I think he would have
Spin
gone
his
through
web.
a long time of
just
cockamamie.
silently miserable.
Yes, right, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a great one. All right. My first OLI. This is by far the quickest plot liftoff on my list. We're talking 3 minutes into the movie. This plot is taken off. We're buckling seatbelts. We're getting out of here. It's when a strapping young Julius Benedict learns that I have a brother and twins. And he immediately jumps in a rowboat and rows his ass to the next island at 75 miles an hour.
Wow.
It's crazy. He's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This isn't Catalina to the coast.
No, this isn't the wine mixer. Like, this is
fucking
battling the
steroided
ocean.
out of its
Yeah,
mind.
waves.
In a rowboat.
Like it's fucking Jaws the Revenge. Like, just
Even John's Revenge, they didn't let him go far, right?
that's
like,
true.
when
Yeah,
Michael
they're
Caine
like,
shows
I
up.
don't think so.
Zach.
My first OLI, I don't care for you guys to fight me on this. This is my personal plot liftoff. Okay, for this OLI. It's the opening scene of Barbed Wire. It's just
It's a sound. There you go. So
I was lifted off, and it look, I was plotting.
Swear to God, in my cutting room floor, I have Barbed Wire, Zach's erection. That's my plot.
The opening scene.
Yeah. That's
Might have even been the trailers that were playing. I don't even know, man. I was ready to go.
You walked in full mast.
Because I'm not sure when else the plot gets going there.
What plot? I don't even
know.
All right. So this is the part where I break the rules. My second outside looking in.
What
right?
rules?
Heartbreak
Well, I
the
have
rules.
two different plot liftoffs from two different movies, but they're co outside looking in because they follow a very similar theme. And that theme is the opening scene to the movie.
Which is a different CT5, but it's okay.
Sure. Belly and Taxi come in hand as plot liftoffs.
But why? So one is your OLI and then the other one's 5.
No. See, that's why I said I'm breaking the rules.
So then a Heartbreak Kid doesn't make it.
No. See, that's why I said I'm breaking the rules.
No.
And you said, what
Go
rules?
ahead.
What rules?
Go ahead.
Okay,
I don't know
I'm
the
gonna
rules.
pick 3.
together.
I'm gonna pick 3 for every single one. Then, like, what are we doing?
I'm breaking the rules. I told you guys I'm breaking the rules, and you're like,
It's his
what rules
dumbass
are there to
list,
break?
Zach.
What rules? Okay,
He
here
also,
they are.
this
But
is
they're
also
not
just
the-
another CT5.
Yeah, it is. It's another.
No, but that's the
CT5.
plot liftoff. Both of those are plot liftoffs.
Disagree completely on Taxi.
It's not the plot liftoff for Taxi.
I'm sorry,
at all.
that is the
not
plot
in the
liftoff.
slightest.
No.
It's the only thing you remember from the movie, but
Yeah.
it's not the plot liftoff.
I remember filing the movie. That's what I remember.
Also, like, Belly kind of.
Yeah, that's
a
plot
little.
liftoff.
Yeah, Belly is
Belly
defensible.
definitely more than
Just don't put
Taxi.
Taxi on the list. That's not plot liftoff.
It's absolutely plot liftoff. Put an opening scene dash Belly / Taxi. Nice.
Well, how do I follow that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to go with when Demi Moore and Michael Douglas do everything but fuck. And she says, you stick your dick in my mouth and then you get an attack of morality.
Yeah,
But this never happened. He's got a family. Yeah, well, your family made you stupid. And his finishing line is, you take those 2 champagne bottles in your refrigerator and you go, fuck them. That's disclosure. And now we have a corporate leverage battle that will span the entire movie.
Do we think he meant fuck the bottles at the same time or one after the other?
Sorry?
What's his imagination there?
Well, DP Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I don't know. Or just champagne train. I don't know.
I think he left it up to her.
Enough champagne to fill her Nile. You know what I mean?
And enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey, oh, champagne.
All right. My next OLI. Everybody needs to know where they come from and what they are. And for Donald Faison, Whoopi and Paul Mooney show up, give the story of losing him in Italy. Homie Simone.
Absolutely.
That's my number 5.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh, shit, bro. My
Say
bad.
no too.
I hate doing that, but I'm glad that we could talk about it.
I love doing it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Oh shit.
Are you jealous of me and you feel left out?
No, it was on my cutting room floor, but I just I don't know. I had such a,
it's such a funny. The whole Paul Mooney's just ass off.
the story. You're talking about the actual story, right?
Yeah, well,
I think
showing
it rolls,
up and then telling the story and
it rolls
all
right
rolls
into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and his reaction and
He sees them and he's flipping the fuck out, and she's trying to chase him up the stairs. And then the next scene is like, all right, let's sit him down and give you the details of how this could have transpired. And there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's on my cutting room floor. It was a tough one to cut out, but definitely very worthy. Now we're in the top 5. Here's my number 5. And for number 5, I'm just going to read the dialogue from this plot liftoff. Speaking of installations, is that a shiny new set of cans on Mandy Bohack? They look good, but I'll still take the real deal any day. Right, you're telling me you'd take Kimmy Long's flapjacks over Mandy's new speed bags? That's what I'm telling you. I like my boobs with a little mileage on them. They're more fun. Fun? Yeah, you can smush them, swing them, hump them, stretch Armstrong them. And what about the proven correlation between floppy boobs and largemouth vaginas? It's all pass when they're caught on the closed circuit TV.
That's Plot Liftoff. Yeah, that's Plot Liftoff for sure.
Because that's when the wives say, look, you guys need to
enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that one probably needs to be a rewatchington because we haven't
we should
talked too much about that one
soon.
in a while.
Yeah.
I already did my number 5, so it's you, Zach.
My number 5, man, teenagers just having fun, just, having drinks, having a party. Everyone shows up. Everyone's having a good time. Oh, my God. These people are in shenanigans in the pool. These people are in shenanigans down on the hill at the house. And Jake Tyler's there. And all of a sudden, Ryan McCarthy says, Ryan McCarthy says, this is your first time here. You got to fight. It's never back down.
Oh, wow.
He okey doked us.
He did.
What'd you think it was? What'd you think it was?
Preston? Preston Myers?
Which I thought about, but I was like, I guess that's not really Plot Liftoff.
Yeah, it is for me, damn it.
It's taken over the entire movie. It's become
That's movie Liftoff for sure. Yeah.
But yes, you got to fight. You're new in town.
You got to fight.
You
Yeah.
never
Your
fought
first time
before.
here. You got to do it, man.
You got to catch these hands.
And he whoops his ass.
Number 4 for me is Jason Bateman showing that dumb bitch how to turn on a microscope. It's Teen Wolf 2.
What? Plot Liftoff?
Yes.
Not him becoming a fucking werewolf?
No. Him showing that dumb bitch
Are
how
you
to
just
turn on a
doing golden
microscope.
dumpsters?
Nope.
He's done it.
That's when the movie lifted off for me.
One for each.
What?
On his list. Isn't it when he
number
becomes
4.
a fucking wolf?
That's number 4, yep.
Not
Look,
him boxing?
the plot lifted off
not
for
him
you guys.
at the party?
No, the plot lifted off for you guys at a different point. For me, I was like, okay, here we are. Tray tables up. Seat backs in their upright locked positions.
Okay.
Seat
All
backs
right.
fasten.
You say so. My number 4, after years of being mocked, of being shamed for being different, one man had enough. And he channels years of anger. He jumps over the offensive line and he flattens Peter Dante into a concussion.
No.
It's Bobby Boucher and the Water Boy. Who dat? Who dat?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Who dat? Who dat? I'm the water boy. Come on, man.
No, don't come on me. Don't. I don't want to.
You may hate the movie, but you can't deny that.
I don't know. It's the fourth best plot liftoff we've ever had.
It's his
I
list,
guess.
Zach.
Yeah. All right.
You're number 4.
I actually scratched one out and removed it from the list in order to put the origin of plot liftoff.
Okay.
Here, number 4. It's a glass of whiskey put down on a piece of paper, and the ring from the whiskey glass. 9/11/2001. It's
What
all
happened?
the makings of a plot liftoff.
What happened?
It's knowing Nick Cage.
All right, let's actually listen to that.
Let's actually listen to it. Yeah.
Let's go back in time to year 4 of
soundbite.
Cinephobe. This whole putting the whiskey down thing, that's what they decided had to be the device for him to look at the piece of paper.
Yeah, because it puts a ring of whiskey on the paper, which now isolates some of the numbers. And this is where I wrote the note, plot liftoff. That's where it gets going.
That's exactly what happened.
Solid 22 minutes in.
As Zach points out, the numbers are circled. So then he goes to a whiteboard, I guess in his kitchen or somewhere like that.
Yeah, like around the kitchen area.
And he writes the numbers and he looks at the combos and like erases and then draws lines. And then he realizes the first 3 numbers are 9/11/01. And this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, in 2009, has to Google what happened on 9/11/2001.
Shot acid.
That leads right into Amin's infamous I was offended rant.
Yeah. Shot Aston Googling 9/11 award. That's what that is.
All right, number 3. Ricky Gervais goes to a bank and is overdrawn, but needs to withdraw some money. So he tells the lady to check again because surely there's been a mistake. And so she says, yeah, I mean, the computer must be off, and gives him the money. It's the invention of lying. And it's the exact moment Ricky Gervais learns how to lie.
Yeah, it's the rare plot liftoff and the title at the
He
same
said
time.
it.
Yeah. He said it.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't say it, does he?
No.
He does it.
He does it.
He did it.
All right. My number 3. Now, I feel like this has to... I'm going to be surprised if this isn't on somebody else's list. It's 15 minutes into this movie. We've had a relatively straightforward... It's 2 buddies. They're coworkers. And then, one of them's got some crazy ideas. One of them's a little more skeptical. And then... all of a sudden, Jack Black makes poop disappear.
Vaporize. Yep.
He vaporizes it in envy. And the look on Rachel Weisz's face, staring daggers at Ben Stiller for being such a fucking idiot as Amy Poehler is bouncing up and down in the background off camera going, we're going to be rich! We're going to be rich! And then the whole movie changes. It's great.
Yeah. That's
really
a great
good.
liftoff. Yep. Zach, number 3.
My number 3, I had to really think about this because I didn't want to be prisoner of the moment, but the more I thought about it, the more cemented in I was with this. Yes, there's recency bias. Yes.
Is it this?
What? It's
Popos?
it's not that. Are you too soon? I don't know if you're too
He's
soon.
a little too soon.
Yeah, a
This
little
week.
too soon. It's not that. It is simply a man just trying to make it, just trying to provide for his family.
Oh, yeah.
Gets fired from his job. Lewis Pinnock, as we found out during the rewatching recently, Lewis Pinnock gets fired in White Man's Burden. I need my fucking job, man. Oh my God. Oh, hold on. You fired me, Lionel?
Hold on, Lionel.
What do you mean?
Oh my God. Yo, that sound of him just
Unbelievable, man.
dolphins from fucking miles around reacted to that.
Every
fuck,
dog in the
man.
neighborhood barks like crazy.
Look, man, this is a conversation for another time, but that rewatchington, I honestly made me realize that movie is fucking art. That movie is so crazy and offensive and incredible. Oh my God.
Number 2. No big lead up here. Very simple. Tiptoes, Gary Oldman.
What?
The moment we see Gary Oldman.
Yeah, no, that is undeniable. It doesn't it doesn't need any setup. It doesn't need any explanation. Like, just Gary Oldman Tiptoes. That's 100%. Yeah, that's a great call. Didn't make my list, but that's a great call.
Oh man. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. That's great. My number 2. Pretty recent. And I think we universally agreed on this because there really is no movie without this scene. 20 minutes into the toy, when Master Bates wants to purchase a black man.
Oh, yeah, that's toughy. Yeah. And the people that work for his dad trying to explain to him.
Kind of attempt to tell him that it's not okay.
I don't know if we could do that.
So I think it's illegal. Like,
yeah. All right, my number 2. Amin's not the only one with an opening scene for Plot Liftoff.
Okay.
Nothing in this movie happens. The testing doesn't happen. The evolution doesn't happen. None of that stuff happens without. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Roscoe's death, Lawnmower Man.
Is that Plot Liftoff?
100%. He doesn't work on that bingo if Roscoe's still alive.
I mean, director's cut. It's 100% the Plot Liftoff because
but it's also later in the movie. It's later in the movie, right?
No, but the escape. He goes to Job when he escapes.
Yeah.
Whereas in the original, I don't even really remember because I feel like I've only watched the original.
He's escaping and gets shot.
No, I know he gets shot and he's dead, but I don't remember like how they. Then he's just in the neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
Job's just in the neighborhood, mowing the lawn next door, or whatever.
And now Pierce Brosnan, he's smoking in bed at 3 a.m. and trying to figure out what's next for his life.
All right, my number 1 is also from an older Cinephobe movie. Not older. Well, actually, yes, it's older in age and older in terms of how far back we did it for Cinephobe. It's Bolo killing his own man in Double Impact.
I had a different one for that movie, but that's a good one. Yeah.
Yep. That's when you
I
knew.
Still think you're on Golden Dumpsters, but
no. That's Plot Liftoff right there.
No, Double Impact Plot Liftoff is when he learns out that he has a twin and he goes to Hong Kong. Come on,
something different for that too.
No. Yeah, it's when he sees someone kill their own man to make.
I'll just tell you what mine is now. It's not my number 1, but my Plot Liftoff for Double Impact is when at point blank range, Bolo uses a shotgun on the mother. On her face. Blows her face completely off. That's Plot Liftoff to me.
With this crazy eye.
Bolo, man.
Wow. Well, I'm stunned. I'm truly stunned.
Really?
Because I feel like we've talked about this before, and the fact that it wasn't Amin's number 1 is one thing, but the fact that it wasn't on his list at all is truly stunning.
I think I know what you're going with.
I think I know what you're going with too.
Yeah. It's a major moment in Cinephobe history. It reshaped a lot of things. It's Apollo's death in Rocky IV. Throw the damn tile. If he dies, he dies. The 1,000-mile stare between Rocky and Drago.
I'm gonna say it right now. That's not just a great Plot Liftoff in Cinephobe history. That's a great Plot Liftoff in
movie
cinema history.
Yeah. Cinema.
That was originally my number 4, and then I took it off for the Whiskey Ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I was all alone on this one. I guess so.
My number 1.
Spice of Life.
You guys may remember an old man damn near dying at work.
Oh, damn.
Damn near dying at work. If it wasn't for a hero jumping up, doing a flip, catching a line drive that was meant for the face of an old man, and then firing that motherfucker to first base through the glove. It is Ed saving the life of his manager in Ed.
Zach, I'm shocked that that's your plot liftoff. Now we're in the cutting room floor, and I can go right to. I had Ed peeking his head out from the door of the bus, and we realized that the guy you're picking up, Matthew LeBlanc, isn't a guy after all. It's a chimp. Well,
no, that's what I fell in love. That's pod liftoff for me, but that's not plot liftoff. That's two very different things. Yeah.
Yeah, and I argued, I think in the episode, that it wasn't until the ump says he can play, but hindsight, it's definitely him giving them a little exhibition and blowing the netting out of fake French Stewart's glove at first base, just flaming.
Bingo has looking out on his face. Yeah. OOLIs?
Yeah, another cutting room floor. Let me get it started here. The Pictionary scene in the breakup. Shoe inside another shoe. Stop drawing a damn shoe.
Oh, wow. Oh, I had a different one for the breakup. I had him wanting to play some Grand Theft Auto when it was time to do the dishes.
Why would I want to do the dishes?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking back to that movie, I couldn't think of the moment off the top of my head.
I think I'm pretty, while Zach's still feel like that's a buildup. The plot liftoff is when they have an argument playing Pictionary, and he goes off on her like all those years at art school, you still don't know how to draw a goddamn sock or whatever. Like that's plot liftoff because everyone's kind of just staring at them like, oh shit, you realize a breakup is about to happen.
I had two that were really strong, but I felt I had been honoring them in other categories recently, so I wanted to give some other opportunities, but it's Street Kings when Terry Crews gets shot to death, and it's Swordfish when Hugh Hackman does the clap and hacks the NSA while getting a blowjob.
Yeah, I had that on my list as well. Sucked off while hacking with a gun to your head, Swordfish.
Sucked off here?
Sucked off.
I had Street Kings as well, Terry Crews.
Oh, man, I didn't even think of that. That's a great one.
Yeah. Dude, that was one of the first ones I thought of.
I just kept thinking of Forrest Whitaker. Same thing with Taken 3. I was just like, all right, Forrest Whitaker, what did he do? Yeah. Like, I just
bagels.
No, it wasn't.
Look. This is how you know.
No, it's actually Liam getting bagels, right? That's plot liftoff. Yeah.
This is how I want you guys to know how much integrity I'm filled with, because I wanted so badly not only to put on my sheet but put in the top 5. Liam Neeson buying a panda for his daughter. But I was like, that's not plot. No matter how you twist and turn it, there's no way that's plot.
Right. I wish you would applied some of that integrity to the rest of your list, but it's all right.
No, the rest of my list is filled with integrity, as you could tell from the name.
And golden dumpsters.
and future CT5 opening seeds.
You
Zach, give us a cutting room floor.
Christoph Waltz canceling orders and sinking the putt. Horrible Bosses 2.
Oh, interesting. So I was thinking, I look back at that one, and the one I was going to write down was Chris Pine popping out of the trunk.
No, come on.
No.
Because he kidnapped himself.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
That's a good one. That's a good one, actually. Maybe, you know what? Maybe.
It's tough,
that's a
though.
good one. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those ones where I feel like I'm not sure, you know? Is the plot liftoff them doing the morning TV show and pitching their product? Like, it's what is it exactly that gets it going?
On television.
I think you're gonna have to change that name.
I'm gonna have to agree with him.
I'm gonna have to agree with Nick.
Let's see here. I've got the first time someone sings "Time is on my side." That's not the death row inmate guy in Fallen.
Yeah.
Like that's when he realizes, the shit has moved on to someone else.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
When it's moving around the office, is that scene?
The first time like someone else sings it.
Froze.
Yeah, you did. It looks like you're staring lovingly
Rose
at
and Zach.
Hey, Zach. I am. Derek's right there.
It looks like you're trying to do the 90-10 rule with Maze. Also,
you come this way.
You're tickling the wrong side. It just tickled me.
For me, it looks
like
for me, it looks like Maze is sickened by me doing this. So I'll send it to you guys. This is how it froze for me.
All right. My next
real quick, back to the Horrible Bosses 2 thing. We should clip the morning show woman going, because she does that. She does that when they start yelling at each other. Then he goes, why would your dad? She goes, oh.
Don't yell on TV.
38 minutes into Cocktail, things get a little escalated. We've got.
I could not figure out.
Remember
Cocktail.
what it was. Yeah.
We've got Coughlin banging Gina Gershon for a bet. We've got Gina coming over and talking shit to Tom Cruise. Then we've got Tom Cruise and Coughlin fighting at cell block. They break the bottle. He's holding it at his neck. He's like, come on, fucking cut me, come on. And then he goes to Kokomo. That's the next thing. So all of that. It's like you think you're on one track with the movie. They're climbing up the Flair bartender scene. They've reached the pinnacle. They're working at cell block, making one drink an hour. And now that's completely derailed. Everything falls apart. He goes to Kokomo. It literally becomes a completely different movie.
He's just like, his dream is to just go work a fucking tiki stand in Kokomo.
Well,
like when you really think about it, like, I mean, he's like, I've made it.
You live in Jamaica. You fuck tourists.
I guess.
Like, it's a pretty good life, Zach. I don't know what you're pushing back on here.
That wasn't his dream. That was his backup plan.
What would you rather do? Would you rather have him like be an expert assisting someone else and renovating and fixing up bars, training staff?
That's, you know what? That's a very lucrative business.
Making sure there are no fruit flies in the alcohol.
Coughlins diet, cocktails and dreams. I see it in pink neon. Blink,
they're not
blink,
refilling
blink.
alcohol bottles with other alcohol.
Oh my God! Don't do that. That's illegal. He's stealing, defrauding customers.
I've got Hank Azaria banging out Deborah Messing. Along came Polly.
Are you guys for scuba?
Yeah,
I thought about that. Thought about that for sure.
Yeah,
I love that because that's another one where it derails where you think you're going with the movie, right?
Right.
But is it something to do with Paulie?
I don't think it needs to because it's setting up like, all right.
It's what pushes Ben Stiller's character into like in the same way that like Heartbreak Kid, the car scene is what primes him to be ready to look for something else.
Right.
Look to me in my eyeball.
Yeah. Let's see here. I've got American Ninja. The American Ninja losing to the white guy in the fight, thus realizing there's another American Ninja in this movie.
What? He had me confused for a second. I get what he's saying now, though. When Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, loses to Michael Dudikoff.
Yeah.
He loses to the American Ninja.
No. He's the American Ninja. He loses to Dudikoff, thus realizing there's a second American Ninja in this movie. But the American Ninja is Steve James.
No.
Yes.
No.
Put it up on. Let the people decide.
No.
No. What are you afraid of?
Nothing. It's just like, it's so stupid. It's such a stupid concept.
Zach's afraid of his years of trying to solve racism not working out for him in this poll.
Well,
I mean, one of us is trying to solve racism. The other one's trying to perpetuate it, you know?
I'm just saying, Zach, that right hand is awfully high there in that frozen picture of you. I don't know where it's going. Yeah, it's like, first of all, it looks like
you know where it's going.
Yeah, I know exactly where it's going. Racist. Maze, do you have any more?
Yeah. Okay. This is a good one, and I really wanted to put the cocktail one in. I really wanted to put this one in. Hercules in New York, when Pretzi discovers Herc beating everyone's ass down by the docks with a giant board.
Blinking and rubbing his eyes.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's a great one.
Seeing Matt LeBlanc pitch.
And then he waits for everyone. He waits for him to knock everyone in the water.
Yeah.
And then he runs up. He's like, hey, let's get out of here. You're in trouble.
You have to. Yeah.
It's like
you have to.
He beat everybody. Then he picks up his beanie and shit with his basket of fucking pretzels. They get in the cab, and then the world's best buddy comedy starts.
That sounds so racist with his basket of pretzels.
Yeah, that does sound super racist.
Super racist.
Yeah. A minor one, but I do love this movie. Mm-hmm. It's the old lady dipping on Woody, pickpocketing in Money Train.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because now he had all the money to pay off his debts and everything, and now he's got to figure out some things.
Let's see here. Oh, I've got, this is a good one. Paul Bettany saying "Angel."
That's not plot liftoff.
It is.
That's not.
We didn't really know what was happening.
We knew what was happening.
No,
we
didn't know.
100% knew what was
We didn't
happening.
know. They were under attack by who? Who's attacking them, Zach?
Talking
we didn't
about?
know. And then Paul Bettany said "Angels." Like, oh wow,
we saw it when the fucking
No.
racist cop like turned into a demon or an angel.
Officer Stovepipe?
Zach, this is what happened here. This is a barbed wire situation. That's when Amin's dick lifted off.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah. Now I get it. You just got to put it in terms I understand.
All right, this one I'm not sure that I feel like it is the plot liftoff, but I could see some other ones potentially being it. It's an anaconda when Paul Cerrone leaps on board as thunder crashes and derails their boat ride 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've got picking up John Voight, Anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because then the next, I mean, I feel like it's really more the next scene in the morning when he catches a fish and he's talking about his past and 5 whiskeys, all that. But or when Mateo dies, you know.
Ooh,
it's kind of tough. Mateo,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the fucking newspaper photo. Is that plot liftoff?
That's plot lift. Why is this shit still frozen? I'm gonna get out and get back in.
That's what she said.
Keep doing that over and over again. There's a bunch that I'm surprised haven't been said yet. I thought for sure one of these would pop up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was tougher to think of, you know? Like I said, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, it's just a pretty straightforward, like, oh, they're going to Africa and Congo. Yeah. You know? Oh, the Mighty Ducks are going to Los Angeles.
What? Was it that, or what was plot liftoff in Mighty Ducks going?
I mean, it was literally like, we're going to the Junior Goodwill Games. I thought about changing it to when the dentist shows up.
Yeah.
And starts talking shit.
Well, I guess it would be the guy from Hendrix, right?
Or that. Yeah. And either way, that's pretty much boring, you know?
What about Driven? Was it?
Driven is we need to call Joe the Hummer Tanto.
Oh,
Get me Joe the Hummer Tanto.
I thought it was when we found out that Burt Reynolds was in a wheelchair. And they literally had to lift him off.
That's more of a film noir. I don't know if that's so much of a plot liftoff.
I don't think Amin knows what plot liftoff is.
I'm pretty sure.
Luckily, we're not supposed to define it.
Let me give another example just to make sure that I know what plot liftoff is. Bloodsport, when Bolo beats the big dude and then starts taunting JCVD with the headband.
I thought about that. That is at least 80 minutes into the movie? 70 minutes?
But the movie really takes off from that point.
Right, and that's what we talk about with like plot afterburners or like
It's going to the stratosphere now.
plot stratosphere, plot speed of sound. It's when the plot is there's a fucking tournament. Or the plot is you're not gonna call the cops?
Yeah.
What kind of a deal?
That's plot liftoff because then he learns how to fucking do karate.
I won't lie. You know what? That is plot liftoff. I forgot that's how we even got here. Yeah. I saw Bloodsport and I was like, Bolo. I didn't even think about fucking young Frank Dukes.
When his eyes start darting back and forth.
Did we do that as a rewatchington yet?
No.
Oh my God, man. I can't wait to see. You know, I realize we've been consuming young Frank Dukes as just a soundbite for so long. I can't wait
to do the whole
all his glory as he's sweating and he looks fucking scared.
When he gets in the fight at the school, wearing that horrible outfit,
the Bartle and James shirt.
Oh my God!
That's plot liftoff is buying that kid a Bartle and James shirt.
What a 20 CBS shirt, man!
That is incredible.
My last two OOLIs here: Judge Dredd when Rico escapes from Aspen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I'm surprised you did not have this one. I mean, maybe you still do, but hi, Daddy. Carbon copy.
Carbon copy. Denzel reveals he's the son.
Yeah.
Because they get right to it. 10 minutes.
Yep. What a great movie that was.
I have 3 different shark ones.
Okay.
2 for Jaws Revenge, because I know we disagreed on some of it.
The plot lifted off twice in that movie, is what you're saying.
Well, the plot lifts off scene 1, the shark fucking arrives.
Zach said opening scene. Yeah. That was Zach's plot lift off.
Yeah, the shark arrives. Shark vision, opening scene. That's how I know, like, shit's on, right? This shark is out for revenge. The other one would be when the shark gets to the Bahamas.
for some reason, Zach said that, and I had the shark stepping off a plane with like a Hawaiian shirt on.
Hoagie flew the shark in.
Sunglasses on. Yeah,
dressed like Bane, man. No, he's dressed like Bane. He's in a disguise.
Carrying a little suitcase. And
he's got a trench coat. He's got a fucking little driving hat. Yeah. And then the other one, shark takes a bite out of Sarsgaard's arm in Deep Blue Sea.
In Deep Blue Sea, that's when we realized that the sharks are smart and aware and awake. Let's see. I got Green Lantern, the death of his daddy.
That's not. No, I thought about that. That's a golden dumpster.
No, it's clearly when he gets the fucking ring of power.
Right, when he becomes the Green Lantern. That's
no. Why was he a pilot? It's because his dad died.
Why was your dad?
No. All right. I figured out. Amin confuses plot liftoff with something he just created, which is exposition liftoff. That's what.
I've got A Million Ways to Die in the West.
The
introduction of Foy as the foil to Seth MacFarlane's character.
Okay, at least it's not the mayor getting dragged by wolves.
No, bye, Mr. Mayor.
I just have one more. Mm-hmm. These dirty cops decide to steal from Liam Neeson after he's done 12 heists. Honest thief.
No.
Or when he decides to like turn himself in, or when he meets Sweet Annie. And
that's the one.
And creates an incredible platonic friendship.
Buys her a house. With his safe repair career.
Yeah.
I fix safes.
Yes. And here's a bottle of champagne.
Champagne.
To fill the Nile. Let's see what else I have here. I have Fred Claus. Fred going to the North Pole to work for Santa.
Sure.
I've got Reindeer Games, the casino having both Coke and Pepsi.
No,
that's not
absolutely not. That has nothing to do with the plot.
You're just doing Golden Dumpsters Extended.
No, the plot lifted off right there. Right there. That's when the story really starts to take off. And finally, I have Action Jackson, Sharon Stone, and Vanity. That fantasy that I had of them too.
Okay, that's another erection one. So
that one I'll allow.
I bet you will.
Zach really is pro bono.
Oh, Sunny Bono.
Daytime. It is a sunny. It's the only way to get the bono. When it's sunny.
Don't go up to night country, True Detective.
Yeah, why do you think they call it vitamin D?
Zach would not do what. Zach would not be able to reproduce up there.
Oh my God! You put me in the north. Sorry, this bloodline is done.
This cum cocoon is just
just a flaccid noodle the whole time.
Noodle. Hey Noodle.
Come here, Noodle. Hey, come here.
Hey Noodle. Hey boy, how you doing?
Make sure you send us your CT5 plot liftoffs at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings, or drop them in that Discord that you get access to, patreon.com/countthedings. Also,
make sure you are checking out all that extra content in the Patreon, including the OG podcast and the Cinephobe watch-alongs, the Rewatchingtons. Also, the extended cut of all the cold opens. You don't want to miss any of that shit, man. That's the good stuff.
And you could watch us do this on YouTube.
That's right.
Hopefully you just did.
Yeah.
If you did, Zach's frozen face.
Check out my frozen face for like 9 minutes.
And also understand that if you didn't, then you got this days late because Mayes posts this on YouTube first.
Listener, you dumb bitch.
the cereal smell is like...
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.